In the front garden in June, the strawberry plants I planted are doing really well and produce loads of fruit. The only thing is, something is getting to them quicker than I am and has been eating them, so it's a little bit of a race against the birds, I think, to eat the strawberries. The bees are really enjoying all the lavender and chive plants in the front garden, as well as some of the thyme. There's two different types of thyme in the front garden, and they're both in flower now with a sort of purple pinky colour. The rhubarb I planted in the front garden has grown to about double the size now, so I'm hoping we'll be able to have some rhubarb crumbles soon. And the self-set poppies in the front garden are in flower now, and they look really good. In the back garden, the lupin has come into flower now, and it's a nice purple colour. And the bush by the decking is also starting to come into flower, although I think it will come into its own in another couple of weeks' time. The extra broad beans I planted in some pots are starting to show out now, and the ones I planted directly in the ground are doing quite well, and I've put a cage over them to keep the birds off. The peas I planted in this pot have all started to come up, and we're going to use these just as pea shoots. And I also bought a orange flavoured mint plant, and that's grown really well in this pot. The radishes are starting to go to seed now, so we're trying to use the rest up, but they've done really well, and I'll probably plant another crop. There are now 10 courgette plants in the garden, some of which are planted in the ground and 3 of which are in pots. In the last 2 weeks, the grapevine has gone absolutely bonkers, and it now has, for the first time, got some really tiny grapes on, so it'll be really good to see if they grow and what they taste like. Pear tree's still doing quite well, but the plum tree is not doing so well and hasn't really grown at all, so I'm hoping maybe next year it will do a bit better. There are some yellow flowers on the courgettes near the front of the garden, near the decking. These are the 2 first plants that were sown, so hopefully the others will be along soon. rocket in these two pots has gone to seed now, so we've had all the bits we can get off it, and I've decided to uproot it all and throw away the inedible bits, and I'm going to plant 2 of the last courgette plants that I had nowhere to put in these pots, and we'll see how they do compared to the ones that are planted in the ground. And now the rocket in the pots at the back of the garden is over. I've decided to use this sort of trug pot as another place to put some rocket. So I've just sown a whole load of it, and we'll use it as sort of cut just to do the sort of micro shoots rather than let it grow into big plants. So I'll plant that, and then I might plant another pot in about another 2 weeks, so we've got a succession.